Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny, Juice, and a special guest host tonight, Keverlast. How you doing tonight, Keverlast?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Juicy?
I'm feeling quite citrusy this evening.
Citrusy.
Yeah.
Well,
Quite
interesting.
lemon limey.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have never joined us before, this is our Monday night. This is our Anything Goes. Hello, Harley. How you doing? We haven't been on, usually we're on 2 nights a week. We missed last Thursday, which is our last point standing. So we're going to do a little bit of a mix tonight. We're going to catch up on some old stuff because we also missed a few weeks ago with some last point standing. So we're going to catch up on some last point standing. We're going to do a good old-fashioned draft tonight. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. But first, we got to pay the bills. If you haven't done so already, please throw us a sub down below. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free for you, helps us out. Instructions are in the chat. You have to use your desktop, but please, it is Christmas. Be a little giving, help us out a little bit. And if you haven't heard them already, thank you to Accept the Win for being the official band of the podcast. You hear them before, after, and during the show. So thank you. Give them a listen on YouTube. Check out their music videos. They are great. It is Monday. That means we start out with our trivia. Juice, what do you got for us?
But sir, it's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Oh, Keverlast subscribed and he's on. This is crazy.
Oh, with Prime and everything? What a cool concept. Zombies!
Guys, I followed the instructions. It was so easy.
Wow. Thank you, Keverlast. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Jada Falco bonked you for that, just so you know.
We appreciate any and all support. All right, but yeah, let's get started with the trivia. So this question is for Danny and also for Kevin. Whoever knows it or gets it first wins. So you don't have to wait for the other one. If you know it, just say it.
Yes, sir.
So it's kind of a two-parter. It's a one question and there's like a little bonus potential as well. So, who on the WWE main roster has the most wins this year without losing any match? The question is, who is it? And the bonus question is, how many matches have they had? Again, the question is, which WWE main roster wrestler has the most wins this year without losing a single match? It's not a trick question.
This year.
And if anybody wants to guess in chat, throw it in chat. See if you get it first.
Damn.
Right? I'm like going through a list of just, it's going to be someone ridiculous.
Probably.
Well, male or female, Harley, that's for you to decide. For me to tell you.
Jada Falco says Bork, and that was kind of my first thought too, but like he's only wrestled a few matches, but that's probably why it's him, because Roman lost.
I was just saying, everybody like I'm thinking of is like definitely is freaking lost.
Braun's lost, right? Braun Breaker's lost.
Mm.
Has Braun Breaker lost? I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker.
Okay, you want to throw a number out there? How many matches they've had without losing a single match?
No, he's had to have lost. There's no way.
It's not a streak. It's like the full year they have not lost at all.
That's crazy that somebody even has that going on.
I feel like Brock's too easy. Now I'm doubting.
All right, we got a few more seconds, and then we're gonna move on. So
yeah,
get a guess in.
Fuck it. I'll still go with Braun Breaker. I'll say he's had 21 matches.
It's probably Brock.
Jade Falco says Jade. So the correct answer is Ilya Dragunov.
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
He was hurt so long, it makes so much sense.
And the most wins, he's had 7 wins this year. So he's only fought 7 times, but he's 7-0. He has not lost a single match in all of 2026. He has the most wins on the year without a loss on the main roster.
Sense. And you know what's
everybody
annoying?
else,
I knew it wasn't Brock.
Brock's on the list, but he's only got 2 wins.
Yeah.
The only other names on the list are Tala Tonga with 2. AJ Lee, I think, also with 2 or 3. And then I think the other one is Apollo Crews with 1. So
Apollo Crews is still contracted in WWE. I did not know that. Fun fact, ladies.
I was just about to say that dude still has a job.
There you go.
Last time I saw Apollo Crews, he was the Nigerian prince, I believe, all decked out in green and stuff. That was a while back.
Holy shit!
That was Vince times.
Yeah,
at least I think it was. But yeah, so here's your trivia for the week. Good attempts, everybody. Well done. You all did your best.
Yeah, we tried.
And now we're on to our next segment of the evening. We're going to be doing a little bit of a draft, a pay-per-view draft. I will let Danny take the reins and get this set up and explain what we're doing.
So as I'm shrinking us and moving us around, we haven't done a good old-fashioned draft in a while. So I wanted to get a good Tasmanian Devil subscribed for 2nd month. Thank you very much, Tasmania. We're up to 4 now. Let's go. Keep it going. I think we're about to keep it going. Also, we forgot to mention, sometimes we forget start of the month. You didn't renew. If you forgot to renew and you usually give us a subscribe, now's around that time. Thank you. I clicked that by accident. Wow.
Still counts.
Well, you know what? I'll take it. Accident.
Money,
help
please.
us out. Yes.
Thank you. Hey, if you got a special someone in your life, Secret Santa, 'tis the season. You know what I mean? Just help them out.
We're officially up to 5 out of 10 subs. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going. If I spend 10K channel points during the draft, can I mute someone so they can't make picks? Sabotage Jones.
Only one way to find out, Jay. Only one way to find out.
If one of us want to volunteer, I guess so.
Does it technically do they mute? Does Twitch actually mute the person, or do we have to just shut up? I'm curious. I don't know how that works. It probably is just us shutting up, but
I'd be down to find out.
It just mutes the whole stream.
Oh boy. So
all right. Sorry.
What I decided to do was a good old fashioned draft. Haven't done one in a while. Really, since Matt's been gone, son of a bitch, had the kids, deserted us. Hate Matt now. Just putting that out there. So, yeah, I just want to put all that. So, we have a list here of 20 pay-per-views, 10 WWE, 10 AEW. I researched some stuff. I tried to pick like the consensus top 10, but then I tried not to be too repetitive, so I didn't try to like stock load with like a bunch of WrestleManias and a bunch of SummerSlams. So I try to space it out a little bit. AEW was a little bit harder, obviously, because they had the same 4, so it's not as easy to like bump some out. So I just legit went with like the top 10 about. So here we have. I hope you guys can see most of them. I know some of it didn't come out as good as I thought it would. You can see most of these, but if you can't see them, I'll just let you guys know what we have in order. In no particular order, just what I put up here. We have WrestleMania 17, SummerSlam 2002, ECW One Night Stand 2005, WrestleMania 19, Money in the Bank 2011, Survivor Series 2002, Vengeance 2005, Royal Rumble 2001, WrestleMania 39 Night 1, and No Way Out 2001. So that's the WWE ones. And then AEW, we have All Out 2021, Double or Nothing 2025, Revolution 2024, All In 2024, Revolution 2023, All In 2025, Dynasty 24, Forbidden Door 22, Full Gear 21, and All In 23. So I sent these to Juice and Keverlast over the weekend so they could do a little draft prep. And then right before we went live, I realized that I forgot to pick the order. So since Keverlast was our guest, he got number 1. And since I messed up, I took the terrible number 2 spot, with Juice taking the 3. And this is a snake draft, which means number 1 and number 3 get back-to-back picks. All right? Yeah. So we're starting with Keverlast. There is no time on the clock. Just be conscious of the time. That goes for all of us, including myself. Keverlast, with the first pick, we have Jake the Snake Draft from Jay DeFalco. Thank you. With the first pick, what do you go with, Keverlast?
Guys, the pick is in. The pick is in.
Dun.
Just because I have a special place in my heart for it, I'm going SummerSlam 2002.
Ooh,
With the #1 pick.
Like it.
It's fair. Yep, I figured that was going to go soon. It's the best SummerSlam of all time, so with good reason.
100% agree. Best opener of all time. I mean, hard not to pick that one.
Being there live, helped this case. So.
Oh, for sure. If you're there live, that's definitely gonna. You know what? That might help me get some of these other like pay-per-views. If you guys went live, you might take some I didn't think of.
He'll send you.
All right. So on me, I'm gonna have to go with the best WrestleMania of all time. I'm gonna have to go with WrestleMania 17.
Okay.
Take that one off the board for you.
All right. Well, this kind of went how I thought it would go, but looking at what's on the board and what's ahead, obviously there's no set limit on who has how many WWE, how many AEW. That doesn't matter. You don't have to have a certain amount. You can do whatever you want.
Of course.
But if I'm gonna go WWE, I want to get the heavy hitters out of the way and leave the room for the AEW where there's a little bit more options. So for my next 2 picks, I'm going to double down on WWE twice.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
I am going to take the 2001 Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's a good
with
one.
The amazing performance from Kane. You have the ladder match between Angle and Benoit. It's a great pay-per-view. So I'm going with the Royal Rumble.
I'm not gonna lie.
2001, and also I am going to take Money in the Bank 2011.
I knew you were going to take that one. I didn't think you were going to take it this early.
At first, I wasn't gonna, because I was like, you know what? I was like, it's probably just a show that's really remembered for the Punk stuff, and that's it. But then I looked at the card, and I was like, oh, this is the show where Danielson won Money in the Bank. This, it's a good card overall.
Yeah.
It's a good shit. I think Orton and Christian fought. Christian won the title here. So yeah, I'm going with that Money in the Bank. So I think those are really the 2 best shows on the WWE side left at this point. I mean, there's other good ones, but like the big ones, those are the ones I'd want. So if I can't have the greatest SummerSlam and the greatest WrestleMania of all time, most consider, I can have what many consider the best Rumble and Money in the Bank. Those are my 2 picks.
Totally agree. Those are, again, great picks. I did not see that coming. I saw the Money in the Bank one coming, but again, I thought that was coming later. And
you thought AEW boy was going to AEW, huh?
I did. I really did. AEW
I did too, to be
honest.
I thought it was going to be like, yo, fuck you. I'm going AEW.
Nope.
AEW boy. All right. Well, I'll break the glass of AEW. Don't mind if I do. I'll take what I think is the best pay-per-view of all time from AEW. I'm going to take All Out 2021.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I like that show. The only thing I thought about was like it's so much remembered for like the Punk debut match and then the Cole and the Danielson debuts, but like there's other good stuff on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say the card up and down though. Remember that was also Lucha Brothers beating the Bucks in the cage match. That was Moxley and don't make me say his name. What's how do you pronounce this? Hold on. Kojima? I think I said that right.
Yeah.
I think I said that right.
Yeah, but also but
and then
you also
Omega
got to
and
remember
Cage also had a really good world title match on that one too.
Yes, but then you do have to remember we also did have Big Show versus QT Marshall. And then you also had Miro beating Eddie Kingston. So like, it's not perfect.
That was in my defense with that one, Miro was still for a lot of people still like hopeful where he was just coming out of WWE. People were still hoping that he would still have a good run. So like that wasn't a bad win at the time. In retrospect, yes, I agree now a bad win, but at the time I still think it was the right call.
Okay. Kevin, you're up with 2 picks.
I think I've made my decision on both of my picks. First one I'm going to go with is I'm I'm actually going to go with All In London 2023. So it was the first one that they did over at Wembley Stadium.
Nice.
Yep.
I thought overall that was like for the magnitude of what that show was, it was freaking great. It hit the mark at the time. Obviously, the main event was dope as hell. Obviously, you had like your opener too with like MJF and Cole also pulling double duty that night. So for me, that's definitely one of those that's up there. And then the other one that I just remember it being a good overall pay-per-view, and especially because of the theme of the night, I'm going to go with Revolution 2024. Because obviously that was like Sting's last match. But I know I enjoyed that pay-per-view overall.
That was that was a really good pay-per-view. I remember we were talking about how we weren't sure how they were going to treat it because of Sting's last match, but I think they did a really good job with it top to bottom.
Definitely.
Yeah, so. I think that's the best All-In of the three so far, personally.
Nah.
For All-In, and then Revolution. I mean, I've said here on the show before, I thought Revolution is like the equivalent of their WrestleMania 17. I think it was legit the best pay-per-view AEW's ever had. So,
yeah. Nah.
Yeah. Danny, you're up.
Oh, man, I'm trying to figure out which way I go with this one.
Jada Thug was real glass. Yeah, we don't talk about that part though.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
that happened. That happened on the kickoff. Didn't happen on the pay-per-view. So he didn't draft any of that.
Well, I was gonna say, I left off the part that it was like Punk's last match in AEW and everything.
Yep.
The real
champion. I think I'm gonna go stick with AEW here and go with just one pay-per-view that I want to make sure I get, because I probably, again, my second favorite wrestler of all time in Bryan Danielson. The one where he wins the AEW World Championship the very next year after Kevlar and All In 2024. So I'm going to take that one as my next pick.
All right. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like I'm getting cooked here. These are great lineups all around, but man, all my heavy hitters are indeed the heavy hitters. So that'll happen. All right. I think I'm gonna first one I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna go with what I think is one of the best pay-per-views they've done after the Sting one. I'm gonna go with Revolution 2023.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I mean between the Texas Death Match with Mox and Page, which was my match of the year in 2023. Also, you have the Iron Man match with Danielson and MJF, which was awesome. So those two right there are huge. House of Black beating the Elite to win the Trios titles was a big deal at that show too.
That was a good one.
So
yep.
It was a very good show. I enjoyed it. So I think that's one of the best ones to have at this point in the draft. So let me take that off. And then from there, I think I'm gonna round it out, and I'm gonna take the last All In. I think I'm gonna get an All In here and take All In 2025 this past year.
Nice. Everyone gets an All
In. Yeah. If I can't get 23 and 24, I'm gonna at least grab 25 so that no one has all of them. Yeah, give me that one.
All right.
Give it to me.
AEW boy picked back-to-back AEW.
He's so funny.
All right.
End up for WWE.
All right. I'm torn here. I think I know. I got a good feeling that I can get.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
One of the ones I want for the last one. So I'm trying to figure out, do I go AEW again? Do I go 3 in a row?
Hear that, Kevin? He's calling you whack.
Well, no, I just have 2 WWE ones that I want, and I'm pretty sure they'll both be there next round. There's just a lot of good options. I'm not worried about it, is all I'm trying to say. Stop it.
I'm in your head, Charles.
All right. I think I'm going to go next.
I hope so.
Son of a bitch. I think I'm going to go recent. Yeah, I think I'm going to go recent. I think I'm going to go with Double or Nothing 2025. I like the anarchy in the arena. It was a little different having the women in there. I think it was enjoyable. We had Adam Page and Ospreay. I think it was a good night all around. I'm going to go with Double or Nothing 2025.
Okay.
Nice.
Evan, with your last two picks.
All right. I'm gonna go with Dynasty 2024.
Ooh, nice.
That's I remember it's pretty dope, and I think that's when Swerve won the title.
Yep.
Right?
That's
Swerve.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's when they did Danielson Ospreay. Also.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it real quick. I have got my tabs open too. See, I was prepared, guys.
There you go. It's all about baby.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with that, and then you know what? Give me WrestleMania 19.
Thank you. All right. I didn't want to make me take it. I didn't want 2 WrestleManias. I appreciate that.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
poor
no.
thing.
I didn't know. I
poor
didn't want 2 WrestleManias. I wanted variety. But if it was there, I would have had to take it. It's like
I mean, listen,
it's the second best WrestleMania ever. Like you got to take it.
Yeah, and who doesn't love Bork Lesnar botching a fucking shooting star press?
Right? That's a plus. People saw that as a negative. That's a positive.
What could have been?
All right. So that helped me out. I appreciate that because I wasn't sure if I wanted the overall pay-per-view or a good pay-per-view but with a more historic match in it. So I'm going to take Survivor Series 2002 with the first ever Elimination Chamber where my boy Shawn Michaels won it.
Okay.
It still blows my mind that they did 2 big pay-per-views in New York. Like SummerSlam 02 was at the Coliseum.
Yep.
And then Survivor Series was at the Garden. It's
Yep.
insane that they did that.
Crazy.
Back then. It's wild.
Oh.
And now it would cost you $5,000 to go to one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I have the final pick here in the draft.
Yes, you do.
And I am going to break this pattern that we seem to have done where everybody went the same company in the same rounds. And
Oh shit!
No,
that didn't happen the second round.
oh yeah, never mind.
Haha.
Well, then I
broke your own
already broke the pattern. You're welcome.
We technically broke your pattern.
Well done, me. Either way, I am going to take Forbidden Door 2022. I'm going with this one because this was I almost want to say it was the first one. It might have been the second. But this was the one where Claudio Castagnoli debuted, taking on Jack Sabre Jr. You had Mox versus Tanahashi. At that point, Tanahashi was still halfway decent. Jay White, you had Okada on the show. They weren't there yet. Ospreay was on the show, not there yet. This was the one Forbidden Door that was truly felt like a Forbidden Door, where it didn't become like half AEW matches, and people were still on the show in a special way where they weren't like on the roster yet, like Minoru Suzuki. Who else? I'm blanking on the name right now. Tomohiro Ishii, like those guys are on the show. They weren't really there that often. So give me Forbidden Door 2022 as my final pick for the draft.
Nice. So, final lineups. Kevin had SummerSlam 2002, All In 2023, Revolution 2023, Dynasty 2024, and then WrestleMania 19. I took WrestleMania 17. I took All Out 2021, All In 2024, Double or Nothing 25, and Survivor Series 2002, and Juicebox, Royal Rumble 2001, Money in the Bank 2011, Revolution 2020, that's 2024, correct? Yes, 2024, All In 2025, and Forbidden Door 2022. And left over, funny enough, I just put them together just to see what was left over. We have WrestleMania 39, Night 1. We have ECW One Night Stand, Vengeance 2005, the sole AEW pay-per-view left, Full Year 2021, and No Way Out 2001.
And funnily enough, those were the 5 exact shows I had at the bottom of my ranking. So y'all be copying my homework. I see you
At the bottom of your ranking.
Yeah, well,
wait,
because I made a top 20 just like for me, like which one I would or wouldn't want on my team, and these were the exact 5 that I did not want at all, and they're the 5 that no one touched.
That's so funny.
It's funny when I look at it. For me personally, I almost feel like it's like a toss up for me for like the bottom 2, like ECW One Night Stand, and then Night 1 of Mania 39. So I was like trying to kind of avoid those.
I was very surprised that those 2 were so highly rated. Both of those were in like not even just in the top 10. They were like 6 or 7. Like they were very high rated in the top 10. I was shocked.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Well, ECW a lot for the nostalgia and kind of like the Forbidden Door of modern day kind of thing. And I think Night 1 was so highly rated because it was a tag team match, and Night 2 got such shit on because of Cody and Roman.
That's
so
fair.
Night 1 was
also,
like, there's like Night 1 is here and Night 2 is there.
Yeah, that's fair too.
It's so funny because I had to look up ECW One Night Stand 05 because I got that mixed up with the following year because I thought that was the year that RVD cashed in like against Cena, but I was like, no, that's the wrong year. This was the first one, I guess. So
I thought that year would have been more up there because of the cash in, but no, this year was the top 10. It was weird.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. All right. Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed that at home. Let us know who you think has the best pay-per-view lineup. No competition.
Yeah, and
Danny,
but I'll say it. Is this something I'll be able to screenshot later to post on the socials?
Yeah, I'll leave this up. It's in the drive.
All right, as long as it's in there, I'll get it.
No problem. All right. See you at pay-per-view.
Get out of here.
What time we got? We have 25. Yeah, we got enough time.
7:30.
All right. Just do a little quick editing here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just got to edit real quick.
Collaborating time.
So what we're going to do here.
Come on.
This will be a little bit of an abbreviated version of Last Point Standing, where we're going to touch on the main points from the last like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'll kind of just go point by point. I'll read off like the card and the results, and we can kind of pause and just give a quick thought. Nothing to kind of go too long. Our goal is to be off by 8. If we go a little bit past 8, so be it. But as you see, it's not a lot of points, but the points are in-depth ones. So with the Cena tournament, we can, we have an episode on Thursday. We'll talk more about the prediction side of it, I guess, on Thursday. But we can at least just talk about what's happened in the tournament to this point now, just for the sake of time.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
So, first off, the very first bullet point, which feels like ages ago, but happened on the last show we had on the Monday before.
So sorry for this. I got to fix the timer now.
I went away. But Maxine Dupree is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, defeating Becky Lynch after interference from AJ Lee. What did we all think of Maxine becoming the champion? Does she deserve it? Will she be good? What are our thoughts?
I mean, listen, she's gotten better in the ring. The match wasn't bad. Like I watched it, it was definitely compared to last year, light years better than what she was last year. But I feel like it's just like the whole angle with her now where she's still trying to prove herself as champion is just a little weird to me. Like I get what you're trying to do, you're a fighting champion, but like I don't know, I'm not too crazy about the angle where she doubts herself as a champion and she doubts that she's good enough to like compete with them. I guess I just gotta see it play out. Maybe I'm just being too harsh on her. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I just think they did it for the moment. Obviously to build a little bit more story between AJ and Becky. But yeah, I mean, like Danny said, she's improved in the ring, but I mean, I guess they're trying to tell some sort of underdog story, but as champ, it's a little weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. At least it's someone different, and they're actually making the Intercontinental, title be on someone that's like mid card and not, because if it's always on a Becky or a Bailey or an AJ Lee, it's
That
like,
I do agree
okay,
with.
it's just another belt that these mid talents can't get to.
Right.
So I'm fine with it. I mean, I don't really care for Maxine Dupree overall, but I also haven't seen her wrestle since I stopped, so I don't know. I can't speak to the improvement, but hey, wish her luck, I guess. Let's see if they actually give her something to do, or if she's just a transitional champion. I doubt she holds it through Mania season. That's fine.
I just laughed because like I remember watching the match and saying like, as I said, oh, I think she's gotten like pretty good. She did like a kip up, and I was like, okay, not bad, not bad. And then she went to go do a move. I forgot what it did, and completely flopped it. I was like, oh, I spoke too soon. Like, why did I say anything?
You can't count your chickens. Can't count your chickens.
It would be cool if they use this as a mid card, for other mid card talent, like you said, like it should be, should be.
And so far they are. I think her next opponent is Ivy Nile, which is good because Ivy's saying how she's beaten her before, so at least like that's getting more people out. So I hope that it continues like that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think also, and this will bring us right into the next point, it was also more just a setup for the women's War Games match, getting AJ Lee and Becky onto the two teams, because that's literally how they just kind of set it up, where after AJ Lee interfered, backstage, her and Rhea went to go have a conversation, and then she was introduced as the new member. And then as she was introduced as the new member on SmackDown, they got all jumped from behind, and Becky jumped AJ from behind, and that's how Becky was introduced as a new member. So, like, that's all it was, is just to get them into the match to make War Games like an all-star kind of match. Harley said since Natalya is training her, it might set up for Maxine versus Natalya. Natalya has been in those WrestleMania commercials as well, so that might be a good setup too.
Is she really? I haven't seen her.
She was in, I think, one of them. Or she was in one of these. She was in a vignette or a commercial. I forgot what it was. But, like, Natalya's face has been on screen recently.
What an endorsement. All right, moving on. Let's talk about what many are considering the worst pay-per-view of the year. I like to call Danny's breaking point. This was WWE Survivor Series War Games.
This might be a good time to announce.
So I'm going to read off the results very quickly, and then we can jump into whatever we want to jump into. Team Rhea, AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley defeat Team Asuka of Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, and the Kabuki Warriors in a 41-minute and 10-second classic. Dominic Mysterio with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez and a returning Liv Morgan defeat John Cena in the singles match for the IC title in 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Stephanie Vicaire defeats and retains versus Nikki Bella, a 12-minute, 20-second slobber knocker. And in our main event, The Vision, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar defeat CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, and Roman Reigns in a 40.5-minute match. Who wants to start where? We don't have to do every single match. Whatever you want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about.
He turned off the timer.
Let's get the two singles matches out of the way, just because those are easy. The Nikki Bella versus Vicaire match was just terrible. It should not have been on a pay-per-view. That probably should have been on like a dark Raw match. Like, that was so bad. I hated every second of it.
At least Stephanie retained.
Yes.
Yes, I'm glad about that. But Nikki Bella needs to go away.
Furious.
Like, I know she's like around, but like she's not doing anything good for anybody. Also, not even herself.
I know that she's around, but she should just not be doing that.
Also, what upset me the most was them trying to hype up like this huge friendship turn rivalry storyline that was like a week or two old, maybe. Like, they were just like, yeah, and as the champion, she only trusted one person, and that was Nikki, and Nikki betrayed her. I was like, what? When the fuck did all that happen?
Those are the only segments they showed us. As far as we know, Stephanie Vicaire and Nikki Bella cease to exist and live outside of those 30 seconds of television time that are shown to us every Monday night on Netflix.
Jada Fact, I did forget, she did start the women's revolution. I'm sorry. I should give her more respect.
No, Stephanie McMahon did. Okay.
Anyway, and then the second singles match was Dominic versus Cena. We knew Dominic was going to win. I would have them just rather, like, let him cheat. That's fine, but let him cheat on his own. Like, let him pull, like, an Eddie Guerrero type of cheating move or whatever. Like, cheat to win, but kind of get over clean on his own. It was literally a 3-on-1 most of the time where Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez were just hitting moves after moves on this guy while, like, Dominic was distracting. Then they get kicked out. Out of nowhere comes Liv Morgan. She slaps Dominic, so everyone's like, oh, like she got enough of him cheating. Turns around, jumps into Cena's arms, and then low blows Cena. Like, what the fuck is happening? Well, I don't understand what any of that, like, how any of that made sense in a storyline whatsoever.
Absolutely.
You see, Danny, all right, here's the WWE caveman booking for you to understand. So, back in February, there was an event called Elimination Chamber where John Cena turned on Cody Rhodes in a similar fashion. And what this was the heels playing a mind game with John Cena, which led to a reflection of his comeuppance for what he did back in February. And that's what this was. You see, Danny, it's moments. And that's what we're booking for.
Are we switching roles? Are you back on the WWE train?
I'm absolutely not on the WWE bandwagon. I've cut the brakes on this train, Danny, and it will continue to ride until it crashes. Honestly, my favorite part about this was that, first off, I didn't think it was a guaranteed Dom was going to win. There was a big chance Cena was going to retain, but
I really didn't think so.
I was waiting. What I love is every scene, every like clip I saw of this on Twitter. Nowhere in any of those clips was there ever a referee found. So
he was either distracted or knocked out.
I don't know what ref bump happened to this person, but like every clip I saw was like extended minutes at a time, but there was just no referee present or visible.
No, can I say actually the part that upset me the most, and I was actually furious and almost turned on, like, Dominic pretends he hurts his ankle on the outside while Cena's getting fucked up by the girls on the inside. Dominic comes in, hits the frog splash, clearly is about to get the 3, and the referee doesn't count because he's mad that Dominic lied to him, and he starts yelling at Dominic about how he shouldn't have lied to him. Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't see that one. That's amazing. That's amazing.
True.
It's true,
Kevin,
it's true.
I'll say, Kevin, any final thoughts on those matches before we move on to the War Games?
No. I have nothing. I have nothing to contribute. That's positive.
All right. So
my last contribution to that thing, and it's what happened on Monday, just to further you making sure you don't watch WWE, is apparently Liv Morgan's return has glued Judgment Day back together, and they are a strong force once again to the point where Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel took out all the women who are like in the tag team title scene, which is all the top women now. You have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. You have Rhea and Io, who are now called Rio. I swear to God, that's what they said their team name was. And you have Bayley and why can't I think of Bayley's friend's name?
Lyra.
Bayley has no friends.
Thank you. So you have those 3 teams going for the belts, and then Judgment Day came in and wiped them all out, and they're like a strong unit, and Liv handed Roxanne the belt. So obviously there's going to be a turn there, but like right now she's playing nice. It's just, I'm over it. Judgment Day is still strong.
Can I don't know if it's too soon to make this hot take, but I have a prediction I want to make in advance of our Crystal Ball episode.
Okay.
I think 2026 is going to be a huge year for the Judgment Day. I think this is their year. I think they deserve it, to finally get featured in the forefront.
Well,
this is their year.
I'm going to predict late next week, but I'll make an early prediction now. They're going to hold all the gold. They're going to have the women's championship. They're going to have the women's tag. They're going to have the men's tag. They're going to have the IC. Maybe Dom will be world champion next year. Who knows?
Hold on. I just thought of this. I like the sound of this. The Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw.
I think that's unique.
You got to say it with a higher pitched sound that's very ear piercing.
A little bit more of an accent too.
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to try. I'm going to try.
All right.
Okay. Moving on. Before Danny gets going with War Games talk, the only thing I'll say is that everything I've heard is that the women's one was legit the worst one yet. And this is my problem with these War Games matches, just like the Hell in a Cell matches and all the other stipulation matches. They all play the same formula. They do the same hits. It's like you're playing it in a video game where Io Sky legit does her trash can spot for like the 5th year in a row. And no one bled. Apparently AJ Lee did nothing in the match, literally. You guys can correct me on that, but apparently she all she did was have the spot where she was too short and then Rhea helped her get
which was so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate that one, but
no,
I only saw it in the small context. To be fair,
I'll say why I hate it in a little bit. Continue.
No, yeah, I just it looked like it was terrible, a waste of time. So the women's one I heard was terrible. The men's one, I really didn't hear much about the men's one. Just that it's crowd booed at the end, didn't like it. I'm not surprised the heels won. But yeah, I forget what else probably happened at a point. But by all means, Kevin, if you want to go first, and then we'll let Danny kind of go on his rant. Any thoughts on the both War Games matches?
For me, I thought if I had to pick out of the two of them, I did enjoy the women's one more than the men's, but that doesn't mean that it was like the best thing in the world. Exactly to your point, it's very cookie cutter. Io with her spot, which to me, I love Io. Io's freaking dope. You know, it was a little tacky that they had a trash can with her name on it.
Yeah, so stupid
for the spot. But like you said, AJ barely did anything, so it kind of defeated the whole purpose of her even being part of the team. And then the men's, I don't know, just it kind of went the way that I expected it to be. It was just like the heels won, and it's just weird dissension at the end, and like a very awkward stare down. And now it's like, are we getting Cody and Roman tease for like WrestleMania? Here we go again. I'm like, oh wow, this all feels so familiar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Quick pause. New to this world. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate you being here and hanging out. So if you're comfortable just watching and lurking, that's cool. But if you ever want to chat or write anything you disagree or agree with, throw it in chat. You're more than welcome to join in on the conversation. Thank you though for a follow.
Harley said,
Zebros,
I didn't miss Lou's voice. Legit, her voice and laugh are annoying to listen to. Jay DeFalco said, Zebros.
Oh, man, but I can't believe we're leaving out the best part. And then, Danny, you can take over from here. But Seth Rollins is back.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
He gave CM Punk a curb stomp, and he did the whoa, it's him. It's him.
Ridiculous. All right.
Any thoughts?
So
he moves very quick.
Starting, I agree with Kevin last. The women's was better than the men's. They both were fucking shit. This was the worst pay-per-view ever. I really hated it. Really, really hated it. The 5-on-5 SmackDown tag team match was better than this pay-per-view by itself. Wow. The match by itself. And I hate My Family Tree, and it was still better than this entire pay-per-view. Starting with the women's, my biggest issue with the AJ Lee spot wasn't that she was too short to reach up there. It was, first off, you could throw a trash can up there. You're not weak. But regardless of that, Rhea stopping her middle match. It's not even like, it's before the match. Mid-match, stopping her as she's trying to reach and be like, hey, do you need help? Like really loud so all the fans can hear. And AJ just be like, yes, please. Like, I thought that was so stupid. That's what really got me out of the moment. Just pick her up. Okay. She needs help. Just pick her ass up, and that's fine. I don't mind that spot.
You see,
but that whole like, hey, yes, please, like that was so dumb. AJ didn't do anything that whole match, which really sucked.
Annie, it's called consent in 2025.
So. Not to cut you guys off, but now one thing, and I'm not throwing excuses out there, but one thing that I'm going to say is that after a few days after everything that was posted online, it almost makes sense why AJ maybe didn't do a lot in the match, and why Punk was weird is because their dog passed away.
Oh,
so I don't know if they knew going into it, and I'm not like making like excuses like for like whatever happened, but it's like it's weird because during Punk's entrance, he seemed like weird.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he had
he
had the jacket with like Larry's dad. He grabbed it and he was like very emotional. So it was like almost like maybe they knew going into the match that like shit like personally wasn't happening. So they were just mentally checked out.
That makes sense because like Punk looked like he didn't want to be there, which was weird because like it didn't feed into the story. It kind of did, but it didn't. So that's why I was confused by that.
Yeah, but AJ not doing anything, it's kind of like fucking weird though too.
Yeah, especially because like she was doing stuff the night before. Like she was doing stuff leading up to it. So that's what was strange to me. I don't know. The men's was absolutely terrible. Literally, people were laying on the side. Like, and we've talked about this on the show before. That's the biggest pet peeve is like if you don't know how to just kill time on the side and like make it see fans, like show fans, because fans are watching you. So that kind of sucks for the people who are live that are just seeing you lay down because they have to wait for someone to do their big spot or whatever. So that sucked. It was constant like showdowns. What made me laugh was they were saying all night how you can't. If you leave the cage, your team automatically forfeits.
Oh God!
So Brock leaves the cage to beat the shit out of Roman, so Roman can't get in the cage. And they had to make sure everyone knew it's like no. That only counts when everyone's in the cage and the match officially starts. But since the match didn't officially start, Brock can do whatever the fuck he wants to do because he's Brock Lesnar and I don't give a shit. So that was ridiculous. I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong. Yes, Jay was laying on this side the entire match, gassed by the fourth mirror of his dumbass entrance. They stopped the match midway through to do a fucking entrance because they knew it was leading up to Brock Lesnar's entrance. His time was coming up, so they wanted Brock Lesnar to cut it off. Fucking stupid. He climbs on top of the cage to do his stupid entrance. Okay? Then we have this masked man come in who, I might be wrong, I'm pretty sure he missed his spot. The way it looked was that Braun had to like scramble to break up the pin. It didn't look like Braun was supposed to break up that pin. It looked like the masked man was supposed to come in and do that curb stomp, and everyone kind of did like a weird pause, like, what's going on? And then he curb stomped CM Punk. I don't know. It looked strange. I hate it. Also, to further your WWE hatred, Logan Paul does seem to be officially a full-blown member of the Vision. He is with them all the time now. This is post Survivor Series, so he is still with them. I believe he is now their third member, and then the fourth member is whoever this masked person is. That's not Matt. Well, good Freebird. That is not Matt. That is Keverlass. He is our special guest. Logan Paul sucks. That is also true.
Well, Danny, I have to say, it pleases me greatly to hear you reach this point. How truly bad Survivor Series was for you to feel this way. And I figure this is as good a time as any to let our fans know that in 2026, we will be reformatting the show.
I gave Juice an early Christmas present.
And after months, some may say years of me asking Danny to no longer cover WWE here on the show, my own sanity, he has finally agreed. He has finally given in and said we will no longer
Series
be covering,
was my breaking point.
We will no longer be covering WWE. So we're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna do the show, when we're gonna do the show, whatnot. But yeah, so we will continue to cover WWE for the rest of this month. But come 2026, we will no longer be covering WWE here on the show.
Yeah, we're definitely going to finish the Cena tournament, finish the Cena retirement, see how they ended, and talk shit about it, because why not?
Yeah, and again, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'd like to think we'll still do predictions. We'll still hit on maybe any big news items, but we're not going to do the week-to-week anymore. It's just for the betterment of
both everyone's sanity, really, at this point. Because
all right.
Anyway, Freebird said, who sucks more, Solo or Logan? Hot take, really quick. Solo or Logan?
Logan.
Keverlass, Solo or Logan?
I think Solo.
Oh, I'm going to say Solo also. I hate Logan, but Solo sucks more. Jay DeFalco says Reboot Jones, and then Freebird ranting a little bit. Also, I'm getting notifications for motherfuckers I don't know yet. I didn't get a notification for this. I don't know what's going on, Freebird. I apologize. You should contact Twitch about that. Harley says, quick curveball, maybe that person that did the stomp was Jimmy Uso, but Jimmy Uso was in the match. Harley, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Freebird
Oh,
said
boy.
Logan will always suck more as long as there's a prime cart ringside. That's also very true.
Well, wellness check. Okay.
Last thing, really quick. I heard through some online, I don't know how believable it is, but remember that LA Knight supposedly was supposed to get that 5th spot, and they gave it to Jimmy Uso because apparently on an entrance on a SmackDown, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes before they announced the teams, he took a sign from a fan that said LA Knight always better than Jey Uso while they were doing the Jey Uso push, and apparently that got him heat backstage, and that's what got him taken off the team.
Fucking stupid.
So I don't fully believe that. I think what ended up happening was it was supposed to be Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. Fatu was injured. It was supposed to be Cody versus Drew at Survivor Series, but they bumped it up a few weeks and moved the story along, and Cody and Drew were added to the match after the fact.
Gotcha.
So,
all right.
How you will. Okay. Next up, just a quick one. This one shouldn't take too long since we'll be making actual predictions on Thursday. But since we last met, we had some changes in the tournament. Sheamus got injured, and they threw The Miz in there again to fight LA Knight, which led to LA Knight and Jey Uso in the semis, along with Solo Sikoa and Walter. LA Knight beat Jey Uso.
Well, hold on.
Walter.
Remember, Solo, because I don't think we covered it because I think it happened the last night we covered. Penta got hurt, so that's why Solo advanced, because they had to stop the match with legit injury. Penta's still out, so that's why Solo. I don't think Solo is supposed to advance.
We don't know. I'm not sure, but either way, they did. They got to Walter versus LA Knight in the finals, and Walter defeated LA Knight. How do we feel about it being Walter? Do we think Sheamus had a shot, or was it always Walter? Do we think Sheamus would have beaten LA Knight and gone on to fight Jey Uso, or was this the plan? How do we feel about the Sheamus news, the Penta news, and Walter winning the tournament? Thoughts? Kevin, you first.
Yeah, Carol, let's go first, man.
I don't know. I like Walter. So good for him, but I also kind of wanted to see LA Knight make it in there to kind of have a spot of maybe having the whole, the blessing of Cena, whatever. I know he's a little bit older or whatever, but it'd be cool to have LA Knight have his moment. I know he's won the freaking US title or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like he keeps getting the shaft in certain ways throughout time. And one thing I was very excited about, I know I texted Juice about this, is as soon as Jay got eliminated, I was thrilled because I got scared. I got so scared because you put it in the air that he was going to make it to the finals. And I'm like, God damn it.
Sorry. I'm glad I was wrong.
No, I'm so glad. But I mean, I guess we're going on the Walter retiring tour is what this is. He's retiring everybody.
That's my first thought too, is that now Walter that's his new thing. He's gonna be the retirement guy and just take out all these. He's gonna retire AJ Styles next. He's gonna retire Ron Killings probably. Like, he's just gonna retire a bunch of people. But I think my problem, and this is our problem at the beginning, is none of these guys in the tournament really needed the rub. And that was the problem with the tournament, with the exception of maybe Evans. Like, no one in this tournament really needed this. It wasn't the tournament that, like, you made it seem like, some young up-and-coming stars and they get their chance. So, like, of the field, Walter should be the one to do it. It just sucks that that's the field that we were given in the first place, I think. So that's where I come to. It wasn't anything surprising. It's nothing exciting for me. But it's going to be nice to see Walter beat Cena.
I will save my thoughts for Thursday. I will read some notes in chat, and then we'll move on to AEW.
Do that next, so go ahead.
All right, so we have from Freebird, Logan will always suck more as long as there's a prime cart ringside. Harley says that's her cue to exit after the Jimmy Uso. Yep. New to
Juice is like, yep, see ya.
Bye.
He's like, you're ready.
New to this world writes, I'm 100% in agreement. Overall, it feels like WWE has hit this point of just go with the flow. It's felt lazy for a while, but recently it's like they just don't want to do anything compelling on the main roster. Yeah, I mean, they had a few weeks there, like a month or two ago, where they were doing title changes and shaking things up, but it's all a ruse to do for a while to flash everybody. But, like, it's the same product. It's unfortunate, but Freebird writes Penta's good. I'm just so indifferent over him. Sucks that he's injured. New to this world also writes all I hope for is Walter to pack Cena quick. I don't need to see Super Cena kick out of 3 power bombs and get out of the rear naked choke twice before losing to a roll up.
You know he will.
And Freebird says WWE has been kind of annoying. I understand you have a story to tell, but I feel like it's the same shit every week. Big showdown, then Roman comes out and OTC. Yeah, absolutely. And my last note.
That's why I'm done.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll save it for Thursday. No more notes. Let's move on.
I didn't mean you. I meant me. I'm sorry.
No, I know exactly what you meant. I just figured it's best to shut up and move on. We'll talk about it more on Thursday.
All right. Well, really quick, we do have to take a quick commercial break, so please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stick with us, and we're going to talk about AEW and then call it a night. So we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Oh, yeet.
All right. Running the ad. Oh. Not muted anymore. Thank you, New to This World, for letting me know. Woo.
Oh,
been a long night.
They didn't even hear me screaming.
Been a long night. They couldn't hear you screaming. They didn't hear me say anything, which is perfect. We're going to continue with our last point standing, starting off with Full Gear and Tailgate Brawl.
There we go. Now they got it.
Juice, what we starting with Tailgate Brawl?
I thought they were muting because they didn't want to hear me.
No, they were muting because I did not unmute.
They actually all chipped in their points and muted us all.
Damn it worked. Okay, so Full Gear was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now.
It was awesome.
We didn't have a chance to talk about it here on the show. The only thing I really wanted to bring up really quick about a Tailgate Brawl was me personally. I thought the Tailgate Brawl was awful. I thought the whole hour was a very weak effort. I thought I don't understand what they were putting forth. Like, I thought the tag title match was very lazy. Not tag titles. The $200,000 four-way tag was lazy.
Titles? Yeah, $200,000 was I thought it was gonna be better, and it wasn't.
It was very weak.
Yeah.
The Boom and Doom, I skipped it naturally, but
Please.
I'm sure it was not good at all.
I will say one thing: QT Marshall lost a lot of fucking weight. That's it. Like, good for him on a personal level. That's it.
Eddie and Hook. Like a 2-minute match, waste of time.
Also, didn't understand it with what happened later on. It didn't make sense. You would figure it might set something up. It might hint to something. It might set up a story. It really didn't do anything. Like, it just was there. I don't know.
Yeah, and then I didn't really like this. I didn't like them doing the match bleeding into the show thing again.
Thank you.
It's one thing to do it. It was cool. It felt like special for Wrestle Dream. Like, you can do it every now and then, but if it becomes a thing going forward, I'm not with that at all.
I thought the same thing. Once I saw the time, I was like, they're going to do it again, and they're going to start killing this, and I don't like that they're going to start killing this.
So, what did you guys think of the Tailgate Brawl? Am I alone here? I just did not enjoy that first hour at all. What did you guys think?
I'll give you guys just I did not watch any of it because I wasn't able to. So I'm saying the Tailgate Brawl, and I missed the pay-per-view also. So I just know results. So I can't contribute. So that's why you saying that they did that again, and I was just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So just so you know, what happened was they saved the trios match with the Don Callis family for the last match of Tailgate Brawl, and then Okada didn't come to start the match. So it was like pretty much a 3-on-2 kind of thing. But even though they were like dominating, it turned into a 2-on-2. And then Okada came with like a minute left of the Tailgate hour. So then it goes right into the pay-per-view where Okada's coming out. It was so dumb. New to This World said the Tailgate Brawl was certainly for the wrestling matches of the year. I assume he meant worst wrestling matches of the year?
No, he means it like, those were matches.
So there's certainly 4 of the match. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like in the pantheon of matches that ever existed, those were matches. I get what he's doing, or they're doing. I don't know if it's
drove up in his gear in New Jersey, November weather.
Playing for Okada, yeah.
Well, he has the jacket, man, that keeps him warm.
Oh my God.
No, but agreed. Tailgate sucked.
Yeah, not great. So, all right, moving on very quickly now. To the main card for Full Gear. I'll just read it off. If anybody, I know Kevin, you didn't watch. Danny, if you want to say something, you can jump in and pause. Just say pause or just jump in and interrupt me, please.
Okay.
Pac defeats Darby Allin via pinfall in the official opening match. Call. I liked it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I thought that was a great match. I liked the way they ended it. I thought it was the good right call for the way everything was setting up too. So yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Timeless Love Bombs, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa defeated the rest of the participants in the women's tag title match to decide the stipulation for the semifinal match. I was fine with who won this match. We can get more into the stipulation part of things in the next bullet point.
Yeah.
We won't talk about it for now, but
no problem.
Match was fine.
Yeah. Agreed.
FTR win the tag team titles. They defeat Brodito. Probably my second favorite match of the night.
I was gonna say,
maybe even my favorite.
Great fucking match. I loved every part of this. They were so in sync the entire match from start to finish. It was so good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. So,
they
Kev,
had
what do
to
you
win.
think of not the match? What do you think of the result?
No, I'm glad. I think the experimentation of Brodito, it worked and served a purpose, but I think it's time to move on, and I'm kind of glad that FTR got the belts back. So.
Hold on, though. I don't know if you guys watched Dynamite, but I don't know if the experimentation is over. Supposedly, according to Brody King, they're always going to be tag team partners, and they want another shot at the belts, and they're going to try to get a rematch.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, they can still split off, come back together whenever need be. Whenever Buddy's back, they'll do something. So I'm fine with it being whatever it is right now.
I kind of was hoping Buddy would show up and be like, "No, sorry, he's out. I'm back," and then like shoot him off.
All right. Next up, the 12-man casino gauntlet match for the inaugural AEW National Championship. Ricochet wins it by pinning Kevin Knight. Again, I think it was the A+ call, the right call. I love how stupid it made Hurt Syndicate look, and being 1 and 2, just getting beat up like that. Match wasn't great, but it was very good, and I'm happy Ricochet won it. And I love the way the belt looks too. What do you guys think of that?
I'm glad Ricochet's got a belt, so it's pretty dope, and we'll see where they go with it. I'm just, I know you guys discussed it already, but another belt in AEW, so hopefully it has a nice long life, and we'll see what happens. But
yeah, well, he's already defended it. He's already defended it at Ring of Honor, and he's defending it in Rev Pro in a few weeks. So they're starting to at least do what they want to do.
Didn't he also defend it on Collision this past weekend?
He did. I was just talking about outside companies already.
Yeah, that's fair too.
The goal. It seems like their goal is to make it so it's defended and featured at least multiple times. So that's the good part. But
New This World said Ricochet needed that belt. He's been putting in great work recently. Agreed. I think with the new stable he's in and the way he's leading and just his new character and that stupid fucking laugh that's gotten over so well, like I think it's just all worked so well for him. I love the belt. I think the belt is like an old school looking belt. It's not too much. It's different from what they're doing now. I like the way the belt looks. And
I mean, it looks pretty much just like the NWA ones. I mean, you want to say ripping off, but they're honoring it depending how you view it.
Right.
I don't mind what they're doing. I know a lot of NWA purists they'll be angry as hell, but it's a nice belt. It's fine.
What I was gonna say, speaking to Kerry's last point with the too many belts thing, is now that we know that the Continental title is its own title again, and the international title is back around Okada's way. Like now we have those belts back into play. So it's just too many belts in AEW, bro.
We'll talk about that another night. Next up, we have Kyle O'Reilly defeating Jon Moxley in a no holds barred match. Another amazing match. I loved it. Again, the right call, A++. I loved everything about it. Making him tap out and everything. So great stuff. It probably didn't need to be no holds barred, but
no, it needed to be no holds barred. The way they went at it, like that was.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying after already having a no DQ match and a steel cage match, I don't mind it. I'm just nitpicking a little bit, but I love the match. What did you guys think?
I thought it was really good. I was really interested to see also how it played into the Continental Classic and the storyline that went into the Continental Classic from this with Kyle O'Reilly specifically and his spot and everything. So I thought the match was great. I love that they're pushing O'Reilly. I love that he's finally getting like a spotlight because we've been saying on here since we started how much we love O'Reilly and how talented he is and how over he is. So it's about time that he gets a shine.
Yeah, good for him. And obviously, this is just a little note as a point of time that the Death Riders will now use against Moxley when they eventually turn on his ass.
I have a thought on that, but I'm going to save it for Thursday. But I do have a thought theory on all this Death Rider stuff going on. So
I might share some of my thought in the Continental Classic point next.
Tune in on Thursday for that one. But next up, Mark Briscoe wins the TNT title and defeats Kyle Fletcher in
such a good match.
What I think was the best match of the night. Yep. I loved it, and just that's it. Just great stuff. Briscoe deserves it.
Yeah.
Highlight of the night for me. I loved everything about it. I mean, I'm a little surprised Fletcher lost already, but here we are. It's fine. It's a TNT title. Sometimes belts are supposed to be a short reign. So
I'd rather them move titles around like that, something like that. And especially, Fletcher got the job done as the TNT champion. He served his purpose in the ring. And good for Mark Briscoe. He deserves it. He's been busting his ass for years, and to see him rise to what he is now in AEW it's awesome to see. So
I love the new camo strap too. I think the new design on the belt for him specifically is awesome. And the little OC backstage segment was really fun, so I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that's the same kind of belt he had when he was Ring of Honor with the camo and stuff.
Oh,
so
nice.
It was pretty neat. Yeah, next up then, surprise, surprise, I didn't really care for this one. Maybe just because this was the last match of the night I watched, and then I watched the next two like a day or two later just because of the situation of just the traveling in the hotel and whatnot. But yeah, the $1 Million Trios match, Alexander and the Bucks beating Kenny and Perry and Lucha. And I guess afterwards, I guess are they officially baby faces now, the Bucks?
Yes.
I didn't really
I called this, and I'm upset that I didn't change my pick, because I called this when we were going over the predictions, where I said Young Bucks were going to win, and they were going to take the money, and then they were going to drop the money and choose friendship over money, and I should have went with my gut. And when it was happening, I was like, son of a bitch. But the match was whatever. The match was okay. Kenny still doesn't look 100% to me. So, Kenny still is moving kind of slow. Or maybe that's just how he is now. Maybe that's just new Kenny with all the injuries and all the surgeries and stuff. He's just a slower version of himself. I don't know. But he just doesn't look like he's ready to go full, 100% yet. And then, the post beatdown was what it was. They started beating up Kenny. They dropped the bags, go help him. Don Callis leaves with the money, and then this past week they were saying how pretty much they had the backstage segment with Kenny and the Bucks in the locker room, and then Kenny comes out and saves the Bucks, and Jurassic Express comes out and saved the Bucks from the Callis family this past week. So they're pretty much baby faces now, to the point where I think the Elite is, if not officially back, about to be officially back.
Yeah, I respectfully, as best I can, I kind of just don't care about elite drama lore in 2025, soon to be 2026. I have nothing else to say about this. Kevin, anything from you?
Yeah, not really.
Sorry to our viewers if you are Young Bucks fans, but your host here, Juicebox, is not a Young Bucks boy. So moving on, we have our final two matches of the evening. We have Chris Statlander defending and retaining her women's title against Mercedes Moné. And then we have we'll stick on that for now.
Yeah.
I like the entrance, the little alien UFO entrance rolling thing. I think it went as perfect as it could have.
Bro, that was perfect. That was so good how she landed on the door as she rolled and just, oh my God. I had to rewind it to see how it shot out.
I have not.
You should look it up. It's her entrance. It's like a spaceship landed and smoke coming out of it, and then she kind of does a front-facing roll out of the ship in the door and lands on the door. And it could have been Shockmaster level if she messed it up.
Yeah,
it could have been, but they nailed it.
Well, honestly, I'll give her credit. She nailed. She rolled at the perfect time because the door popped off. I don't it would be impossible for her to kick it and roll at the same time. So the door popped off on its own, and she just rolled where she landed in the pose on the door. And the door could have easily slipped out. The door could have easily made her fucking fall over. It was crazy. Yeah. You got to see it.
Yeah. So the match was good. I don't think it was great. I liked their first two matches better, but it's still a very good match. I think the right call again.
Yeah.
The story they're telling. We can get more into. Actually, hold on. Did I put it on here? I did not, but we could talk about it on Thursday. But yeah, I like the match. I like the call. What did we think of Stat retaining against Mercedes?
Agreed. I think it was the right call. The match was okay, not their best one out of all their trilogies. It's the Stat Master, says Jay DeFalco. That's hilarious. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was weirdly enough, like the perfect little breather. If you did like that whole like emotional part with the elite stuff, whatever, and then you got like a little breather where you just got a good solid match with no like drama, no real like crazy story, and just good wrestling or decent wrestling, and then you go into the main event with all their crazy drama story. So it was like a good little in between thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm kind of like glad to hear that stat retained, and I just think that this is probably the beginning potentially of the end of the Mercedes belt reign, which is probably hit its peak. So we'll see.
We're gonna talk about that on Thursday.
Yes, we will. And last up, we have Samoa Joe beating Hangman Adam Page to win the AEW World Championship in the steel cage.
Did not see that
after
coming.
interference from the rest of the ops, including Hook turning heel and taking out Adam Page.
Harley said boo.
I gotta say, I know I've been saying on here for months, this is an absolute home run of a decision, of a swing. I love every single thing about it. Adam Page's champion was not working for me. Hook return was working fine enough, but this is just everything about this I loved. It all just came together in this moment. I never even considered or thought that Hook would turn, which is what makes it so great. So I absolutely loved it. Did either of you not really like this or care for it?
I'm like stunned, and like after all that crap that they went through, to have like Hangman win and everything.
Yep.
I agree that I didn't feel like Hangman as champion after the big moment was really kind of carrying the weight, and it's what, good for them that they made a call like this and they pivoted,
Yeah.
and who better to put it on than Samoa Joe. So it's dope.
I loved every part about that. I mean, I did not see it coming with Hook when he came in the ring. I was like, oh man, and then he got that smile. I was like, oh shit, like this is about to get crazy. I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I just don't think Adam Page is a good champion. Like, he's a good wrestler. He's good for story. He's a good chaser. But, like, this is the second reign now where it's kind of fallen flat for me, and I haven't been too impressed by it. I don't know if it's the booking or the writing or him, but, like,
Yeah. I kind of blame the booking and the writing. I mean, I'm not faulting him so much for it. I just think he wasn't really given. That's what we said when he won. Immediately, we were like, he has nobody to challenge.
Yeah,
or fight.
that's very true also,
And
actually.
that was the problem. There was no one from the go. All he fought Fletcher in a match that probably should not have happened, and I think only happened because Brian Cage was hurt.
No, Wardlow got hurt.
Or Wardlow, thank you. Sorry, I was thinking of a big guy, but yes. He never had a chance.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
But Samoa Joe, I think I love heel Samoa Joe, so I mean that's just an automatic win right there. Now that you got Hook back in, because like you said, the Hook Eddie Kingston thing, like it just wasn't working for whatever reason. It wasn't a bad idea, but like just on screen, their chemistry just wasn't really meshing too well. So that was a good pivot, I think, there as well. And now you have a pretty like cool rivalry between Joe and Kingston that's about to blow off, and I'm like all about like all these promos that they've been having the past 2 weeks have been great. I've been loving it. So if this is all that's coming from it, I'm loving every decision from this world title change. So I'm very happy right now with this.
Word. So that is Full Gear. And for the sake of time, and since we don't have much to talk about on Thursday, I'm going to make the executive decision and save all Continental Classic talk for Thursday.
All right.
Because we have time on Thursday to do that. So we can briefly talk about this just because it's happening on Wednesday, and by then we'll already know who's going to win.
Agreed. Also, I just want to talk about the stipulation match and the finals, and if we're surprised or not. Samurai 690, thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. Keep it going. Throw us a sub if you like. No, I'm just kidding. So women's tag titles.
Hold on. That being said, I just want to throw it out there. If you were here and you were waiting to talk about some Continental Classic talk, our apologies. We usually only run an hour. We're already 20 minutes over. We do another episode on Thursdays. So if you want to join us on Thursday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be doing another one of these, Last Point Standing, where we're going to talk about the week that was. But since we're doing one now on Monday to kind of catch up on the time we missed, It'll be a shorter episode. We'll cover everything on Raw that's going on right now, and we'll cover Dynamite, and then we'll talk about the Classic in more detail.
Yeah.
So just didn't want to let anybody down if you were kind of sitting there looking at it, waiting to talk about it. But by all means, just come hang out on Thursday with us, and we'll
and
talk
if you
with
were
about
ready
it.
to talk about it, throw something in the chat, and we'll try to make a quick comment at the end of the show before we sign off. So,
Yeet.
all right.
So, women's
Women's
tag
tag
titles. So the semifinals, as we discussed, the Timeless Love Bombs won the match at Full Gear, which let them pick the stipulation against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. It was a holiday hardcore death match, something stipulation. It was a hardcore street
match.
fight brawl
Yeah.
thing. So we had on the other side, though, first the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, beating Sky Blue and Julia Hart to move on to the finals. And then we had Marina and Tony beating Bane and Shafir. Thank you, in the hardcore match. And now our finals are Harley and Willow versus Tony and Mina.
So can I ask really quick? Did you think that the stipulation was leaning towards Shafir and Bane winning?
I think that was kind of the point of giving a stipulation so that if they did beat them, it'd be like, okay, they beat him in a hardcore match, not straight up. So that's why I was more surprised Tony and Mina won.
Agreed.
Since they picked the stip.
Yep.
Personally, I wouldn't have even done the stipulation. I would have at least made the finals the stipulation. I don't really like tournaments where everyone's fighting one type of match and then all of a sudden one random match in the tournament is a different stipulation.
Yeah,
the purist in me, it kind of skews the integrity of what you're doing. It's just me though. I don't hate it, but yeah. So now, because now you have a final where morals on the line and it's just a normal match. So yeah. So what do we think of the? What do we think of the bracket? What do we think's winning? Kevin?
I'd love to see Willow and Harley pull it out. Honestly, it'd be cool. I love Tony. Mina's like dope too, but like I don't really think Tony needs it. It'd be awesome to see Willow and Harley, you know, after all this, get the nod and get the win.
I think above everyone in the tournament, besides we talked about TJ, I think Harley deserves this win almost more than anyone. She's had such a great rise over the past few months to a year. She's been doing so much good work. She's improved in the ring so much. So I really think her and Willow, and then Willow really being like the heart of the women's division with all the fans, with all the kids. Like as much as we love Tony, as much as we love Mercedes, like Willow is the baby face of the division right now. So like to put the titles on them, I think is the right call. I think Tony needs to just kind of take another loss. I think if anything, this is another like Willow and them beating Mercedes and Athena. This will be like a big dark horse victory, a big, you know, no one sees coming, which I hope happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this comes down to it's the business side of things versus like the heart side of things. Because like Tony is still over. Tony is a hot act. You want Tony on TV. It's way easier to justify Tony on TV as a champion. And she needs a title to be on TV more. So like I get it on that front. Like, but yeah, I'm with you guys. Harley and Willow, I feel like is the way to go. I hope they do it, but if Tony and Mina win, I think it's purely just because they want to justify keeping Tony on TV.
And what's funny is if it wasn't for Tony and Mina, I would have picked Harley and Willow without a second's guess if it was against any other team. But it's specifically because it's Tony Storm that I'm just like, oh shit, like I don't know what they're gonna do with Tony, man. Like I'm very confused.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll find out on Wednesday. Winter is coming on Dynamite. It'll be Eddie versus Joe for the title. We're also going to have the women's tag title final. So on Thursday, we'll be back here at 7 o'clock to talk about everything happening on Raw right now, everything happening on Dynamite on Wednesday, and we will talk about the Continental Classic, and we'll recap Ring of Honor Final Battle as well.
Little curveball in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Please come back Thursday, 7 p.m., same place. Help us out. Throw us some subs. Listen to Accept the Wind as we go off the air, and have a great rest of your week. Adios, everybody.
And Keverlast, thank you for being here and joining us as our co-host this evening.
They can still hear us. Yes, thank you, Keverlast.
Oh, he cut us off. Oh.
Well, no, just the video. They can still hear us as right now as we're talking.
Guys, help! I'm being held against my will.
Goodbye.